Welcome to my channel. Today I'll guide you through slow and gentle yoga stretches to relieve back pain. Namaste yogis. For this practice, I suggest that you set up your yoga mat close to a wall or a sofa, and also grab your props like yoga blocks or big heavy books or firm couch cushions. And whenever you're ready, take a seat in cross-legged position with one foot in front of the other. Spin your inner thighs down, lengthen your spine. Take a deep breath in through your nose as you reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale through your nose, unite your hands and draw your hands down in front of your heart in prayer position, also known as Anjali Mudra. Feel free to set your intention. And feel free to take a bow. Namaste. Release your hands and plant your feet firmly onto your yoga mat, hip width apart, knees are up, and place your hands right behind you. I like to place my fingertips facing the front of my yoga mat, but see what works best for you. Make sure you feel supported. Inhale, get ready. As you exhale, lower your knees down to your right side. Inhale, knees back to center. Exhale, lower your knees to your left. Inhale, back to center, and keep going. Just listen to your own breath, your body, gentle motions. Next time you lower your knees down towards the right side, take a pause. Hold it, breathe, release any tension in your lower back, and then slowly come back to center. Gently let your knees drop to your left side. Take a pause and a deep breath, and then bring your knees back to center. Walk yourself back up to sitting up tall. For our next low back pain relief stretch, you can widen your feet a little bit more. You might have to adjust as we go into this pose. And then drape your upper body forward, placing your knees into your armpits. Might feel funny or look funny, but who cares? This is a really nice exercise to relieve any low back pain. And then you can hold on to the outer edges of your feet, the little pinky side of your feet. And maybe walk your feet a little bit forward or just stay where you are. Feel into your back. You can also use props, so you can place your blocks or cushions or heavy books under your knees for some extra support. Prop yourself up. So take a moment and you can even pause the video, just find what works best for you. I feel this in my low back, and when I bring my head down, this is also a nice stretch for my upper back. So take your time, play around with it, and then find where you feel most supported and a gentle stretch. We'll be holding this pose for about a minute. So make sure that you can breathe, that you're comfortable in this gentle stretch. If something hurts or if you feel any tingling or uncomfortable sensations, you can always take a step back or gently come out of the pose and adjust where needed. Stay connected with your breath. Noticing your body, especially your back. Relax your neck. Soften your face. Release any tension, tightness, stiffness, stress with each exhale. Take one final breath, and then very slowly take your time. Use your hands to walk yourself back up and come sitting up tall. If you had your props, you can put them to the side for now. And lengthen your legs. Place your palms on your thighs and take a deep breath. And observe with an open mind how your back feels. Perhaps you're noticing any changes, or maybe not. Either way is fine. Next we'll be taking child's pose. I'm going to fold the mat in the middle for some extra padding under my knees. We'll be taking child's pose for a little bit longer, so make sure that you have your props close by and anything you need to be comfortable. Then bring your big toes together, sit back on your heels, walk your hands out towards the front of your yoga mat, and slowly lower your chest down, place your forehead on the ground. Child's pose is a wonderful resting pose and a great stretch for our whole back area and our hips, but if you're uncomfortable, I'm going to show you different options. You can keep your arms extended in front of you or place them along your body. So just notice how that works for you. And then you can, of course, use your props. So for example, you can place a block or a big heavy book under your seat. And another block under your forehead or under your chest. That's also a very nice variation. So there's lots of options. See what works best for you, where you feel most supported. And today it can be one way, tomorrow it can be a different way. So really pay attention and see what works best for you. And then once you're comfortable, try to find stillness in child's pose. Stay connected with your breath and allow your body to sink deeper into the pose. Allow your body to soften. Notice how your back feels, your hips. And remember, whenever you're uncomfortable, adjust where needed. This is your practice. For a side body stretch, I just release a block I had under my chest, and then step your right hand out to the right side. Place your left hand on top of your right. Bring your upper body along, then place your forehead back on the ground. And you'll feel this in your left side body. Keep grounding down through your sitting bones, especially your left one. Take one more full, complete breath. And then get ready to switch sides. Slightly bring your upper body up as you step your left hand out to the left side as far as you can reach, and place your right hand on top of your left. Slowly lower your forehead down to the ground. And remember to really root down through your sitting bones, especially your right one. And then you'll feel a gentle side body stretch on your right side. And take one more deep breath. Then slowly take your time to walk your hands back to center. And take a moment in child's pose, your child's pose. Connect with your breath and notice how your body feels. And then very slowly walk yourself with your hands back up. Bring your knees together. Sit up tall. Relax your shoulders. Place your palms on your thighs. Take a deep breath. And release. Next we'll be working by the wall, so make sure that your mat is lengthwise by your wall or sofa. Sofa works fine too. And also make sure that your props are close by. Then take a seat towards the front of your yoga mat. Hold on to your knees. Use your abdominal muscles and lower yourself all the way down in a slow and controlled way. Keep your chin close to your chest until you're lying down on your back. Head comes down last. And then bring your knees up. Hug your knees into your chest. Hold on to your knees with your hands. And then feel free to draw circles. Doesn't matter which direction, we'll do both sides. So draw circles with your knees, pressing your lower back firmly into the ground. It's a nice way to massage your lower back. And then reverse direction. Make it your last circle and keep your knees in the center. And now draw circles again by pushing your knees gently away from each other and bring your knees back together towards your chest. A few more. And when your knees are close to your chest, reverse. So bring your knees down towards the ground, away from each other, and back in towards your chest. And a few more. And then bring your knees back to center. Plant your feet firmly onto the ground, hip width apart. Lift your arms and shoulder blades off the floor, and then reposition them back on the ground. Open your arms and place them on the ground in cactus arms position or goal post. As you exhale, gently drop your knees to your right side. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, gently let your knees fall to your left. And do a few more. And then slowly bring your knees back to center. Next we'll be doing a spinal twist. You can keep your knees where they are. Just shift your hips 1 inch over to your left and gently let your knees drop to your right side. You can also use your blocks for support or cross your left leg over your right. Shift your hips 1 inch over to your left and then gently let your knees fall to your right side. Keep both shoulder blades on the floor. Use your props to support you. You can place them under your knees. And also remember, the higher your knees are, the more intense the twist. So you can always lower your knees and adjust yourself where needed. Take deep breaths. And take one final deep breath. And then slowly bring your arms along your body, press your palms firmly into the ground and bring your knees back to center. Take your time. Slowly coming out of twist pose. Then lean your knees against each other. Your knees are up. Feet are firmly planted onto the floor, kind of like pigeon toes. Take a deep breath. And notice how your back feels right now. And then let's get ready for the other side. Place your feet hip width apart on the floor with your knees up. Lift your arms and shoulder blades off the ground and position them back on the floor. You can take goalpost arms or cactus arm position. Lift your hips up and shift them 1 inch over to your right side. Gently let your knees fall to your left side for a twist. You can place a block under your left knee for support. See how this feels, how this works for you. Another option is to cross your right leg over your left and then letting your knees fall to your left side. Again, you can use a block for support. And also the higher your knees are, the more intense the twist, so you can always lower your knees. Check that your shoulders are on the ground. Make sure you can comfortably breathe. And then just hold twist pose. Relax into the pose, releasing any tension. And then begin to deepen your breath. Very slowly, get ready to come out of the pose. Bring your arms along your body. Plant your palms firmly into the ground and bring your knees back to center. Take your time. Then lean your knees against each other. Turn your toes inwards so there's no tension in your lower back. You can flip your palms open up towards the sky. Head is in the center. Feel free to close your eyes. Scan your body, especially your back area, and notice how you feel. And then slowly work your way to a seated position. You can roll over to your right side and from there push yourself up. We'll be taking legs up the wall, so position your bum close to the wall And if you don't have a wall, you can use your sofa. You can bend your knees and place your calves, your lower legs, on your sofa. And if you really don't have any wall close by or anything similar, you can just bring your legs up. That's fine too. So here we are, close to the wall. And I'll show you an option. You can place a block under your seat, on your hips. It's a little bit less intense. So just have a play around and see what works best for you. There are several options. So you'll have to wiggle your seat close to the wall and then rest your heels against the wall and check with yourself how that feels. You might have to adjust and wiggle your seat further away from the wall or a little bit closer. So take a moment to see what works best. And whenever you're ready, find your position. Legs up the wall, legs up the sofa, legs up the imaginary wall, wherever you are. Take a moment to bring your arms up and overhead if that feels good, or keep them along your body. And feel free to close your eyes. Take deep breaths and let gravity do its work. And start to deepen your breath. Blink your eyes open if they were closed. Release your arms if they were overhead. Start bending your knees. Keep your left foot on the wall. And bring your right ankle on top of your left knee, as if you're sitting in a cafe. This is a hip opening pose. It's reclined pigeon pose. But it's very helpful to release any tension in the lower back area as well. So keep your right foot flexed. And the higher your left foot is on the wall, the less intense. So the more you're bending your left knee, the more intense this hip opening pose is. Take a deep breath. And then slowly release. Place your right foot on the wall. Take a deep breath. And then get ready to switch sides. Bring your left ankle on top of your right knee. Flex your left foot. You can lower your right foot to make this hip opening pose more intense. Or bring your right foot up against the wall to make it less intense. So have a play. See what works best for you. And then take deep breaths. Notice how this hip stretch helps release any tension in your lower back. Take one final breath. And then slowly release. Lengthen your legs. We'll be taking legs up the wall again, or legs up the sofa or imaginary wall. Placing your heels against the wall. Remember, adjust yourself where needed. You can always place something under your seat. I'll give you some different arm variations. You can keep your arms along your body, or you can place your left hand on your chest, right hand on your belly. You can also bring your arms overhead. So take a moment to have a play around and see what works best for you. Find where you're the most comfortable. Legs up the wall pose is a great way to release any tension in the back, in the lower back, in the legs, hips. It's very nourishing. It's a great inversion without any effort. So we'll be here for another minute. Observe how your body feels. Observe your breath. And perhaps you're noticing any changes after we did some hip stretches. And take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Slowly come out of legs up the wall pose. Bend your knees. I'm going to wiggle my way a little bit back away from the wall. Lying down on my back. Knees are up and against each other like we did before. Heels are pointed outwards. Big toes pointed towards each other. Arms along the body, head is in the center. Take a deep breath. Scanning their body. Notice how your body feels. Feel free to stay here to close our practice, and otherwise you can follow me in Shavasana corpse pose. I like to do corpse pose with blocks under my knees. You can use your cushions, thick heavy books, whatever props you have available. And then slowly work your way down. Use your abdominal muscles. Keep your chin towards your chest. Head comes down last, lying down on your back. So regular corpse pose is with your legs lengthened, feet falling open. But I find that this causes a lot of tension in my lower back. Bending the knees helps to release any back tension. Arms are along the body. Flip your palms open. Head is in the center. And feel free to close your eyes. Take deep breaths and consciously let go of any thoughts. Consciously relax your body. Release any tension. We'll be here for about a minute. So allow your body to settle and take in all the benefits of the poses we did. Allowing our bodies to adjust and neutralize. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes. Feel free to bend your knees. Stretch yourself. Yawn, sigh. You can hug your knees into your chest. Take a moment to do whatever feels good. And then slowly roll over to your right side. And from there, push yourself up into a cross-legged position to seal our practice. Lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Slightly dip your chin. And then take a deep breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, unite your hands and draw your hands down in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra. Remember your intention if you had one. And also thank yourself for taking this time on your yoga mat to take good care of yourself. May this time you spend on your yoga mat be a blessing to you. Namaste. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more free weekly yoga classes. And also sign up for my monthly newsletter and receive special freebies and other juicy updates. I look forward to practicing with you again.